For years, US President Donald Trump has accused China of stealing American jobs and engaging in unfair trading practices. In July last year, the US began a costly trade war with China. So far, it's levied tariffs on more than $360 billion worth of Chinese products. China, which believes the US is trying to prevent its rise as a global economic power, retaliated with tariffs of its own on more than $110 billion worth of American goods. Negotiations to end the trade war haven't gone smoothly, but on Friday, the Trump administration announced both countries have reached an initial deal in principle. The US has offered to cut existing tariffs on Chinese goods in half. It's also agreed to suspend new tariffs that were scheduled to kick in on Sunday. In exchange, China would agree to buy an estimated $50 billion in US farm products in 2020. That's double what it had purchased in 2017, before the trade war began. And economists say if both countries reduced tariffs to what they were in May, global GDP would rise by 0.6%. Well, global stocks surged to all-time highs on Friday after Trump offered to roll back tariffs on Chinese goods. Here to discuss the other reactions to this so-called first phase trade deal, I've got Peter Cardillo from Spartan Capital Securities in New York. Thank you so much for your time and welcome to the program. Firstly, there have been a lot of ups and downs on this so-called phase one trade deal. Do you believe we actually have a deal now?
I think we have a trade deal. But unfortunately, I think, there might be some adjustments to what the market was expecting. Just before the market opened about 45 minutes ago, President Trump said that reports on the trade deal are completely wrong. And as a result of that, the market has turned negative. And you can see that the indices are lower pretty much across the board. So now we're waiting to see what the Chinese have to say. They're scheduled for a 10 o'clock press conference, and I would suspect that that would give us a real good insight of what the real story here is about the first phase of a trade deal.
So what do you think potentially gave the Trump administration cold feet on this interim trade deal?
Well, I don't know if they got cold feet, but certainly, the fact that one of the requests were for the Chinese to buy $50 billion in farm products, maybe that was revoked by the Chinese. I don't know. We'll know in a little while. And of course, that would lead President Trump to rethink this first step forward in a trade deal. It's, double the amount of purchases is a rather hefty tariff, perhaps, for the Chinese. And so that could be the reason. I'm not sure.
Yes, it looks like there's no end in sight, at least for now. Peter Cardillo in New York, thank you so much again for your time on